both big and small. With courage and heart, he answers the call. Cat Max. Cat Max. Cat Max.
The Adventures of Max the Cat.
Cat Max and the Mystery of Planet Ecozemia. Max, an ordinary Earth cat with fluffy red fur and green eyes, enjoyed a warm summer morning by a calm lake. The sun shone brightly in the sky, glistening in the crystal-clear water of the lake and gently warming Max's red fur. All around, various birds were singing, and millions of insects were buzzing in the air. Suddenly, a beautiful rainbow butterfly fluttered its wings and landed on Max's ear.
Good morning, Beauty.
Max greeted it.
You have such wonderful whiskers, almost like mine.
And a good day to you, whispered the butterfly. It waved its large, colorful wings and flew away to sip nectar from the flowers.
How wonderful and lovely it is here,
Max thought dreamily. But to business. Today, he wanted to catch a fish for dinner. In the water swam schools of various colorful fish, some big, others very small. Max had a sweet tooth and loved to eat.
I want to catch a nice big fish,
he dreamed excitedly.
Yummy.
So, he put a worm on his hook and cast the fishing rod. Max sat patiently waiting for his long-awaited dinner to bite. Suddenly, a small terminal on his wrist beeped softly and began blinking, pulling him out of his dreamy thoughts. A strange message flickered on the screen. Planet Ecozemia urgently needs a hero. We're waiting for you. Max squinted his eyes in surprise and scratched his head.
Well, looks like fishing won't happen today,
he thought.
But I'm a hero. I must help everyone who needs help. What a strange message. What does it mean?
The next morning, Max woke up full of energy. The strange message had filled him with curiosity and determination to take immediate action. Without wasting any time, Max put on his orange spacesuit, packed all the necessary items for the journey into his space backpack, and of course, didn't forget his favorite tuna cans. Then Max immediately set off for the coordinates indicated in the mysterious message. The road turned out to be quite far. Once, a swift river blocked his way. The water rushed with incredible speed, and it would have been tough for Max to cross if not for a local bear. The bear immediately came to help and carried Max across the river on his back.
Thank you very much, friend,
Max meowed, and continued on his way. The bear waved goodbye with a big paw. Finally, Max reached the destination indicated in the mysterious message. There he found an unusual spaceship glowing with strange cosmic light. As soon as Max stepped inside, the doors hissed shut behind him, and the ship instantly took off into space, leaving Earth far behind. The spaceship flew at a tremendous hyperspeed. Outside the windows floated mysterious, fantastic constellations, galaxies, and black holes. After some time, the ship landed on a strange planet, looking very unusual. There were very few lush green forests left, and nearly everywhere were wastelands filled with only tree stumps. Where there was emptiness, all animals had disappeared. There were no insects, and no butterflies fluttered in the air, which Max adored so much. The water in the lakes had turned completely dark, the flowers had withered, and black clouds loomed in the sky. Dead silence hung in the air, and only dry wind chased gray dust.
How terrible,
thought Max.
What disaster could have happened here?
He realized something serious and incomprehensible was happening. As soon as Max exited the spaceship, he was greeted by a wise old turtle named Torto. Torto was the oldest and most ancient inhabitant of planet Ecozemia. He was so old that his skin was like one solid wrinkle, and all the remaining hairs on his body were pure white. Torto explained that, in ancient times, Ecozemia had been a green blooming planet. But now, the balance of nature had been disrupted because two greedy cosmic corporations, Cosmico and Planetico, wanted profit. They aimed to cut down forests on all green planets to make a fortune. To achieve this, they had jointly created a terrible, mysterious machine that slowly moved around the planet, cutting down all the trees.
I'm very old, Max.
Torto said tiredly.
All our hope is in you. Hero, help us deal with them.
Max thought.
What kind of hero would I be if I didn't help them in trouble?
Max loved green trees, birds, insects, fish, and especially beautiful butterflies. So, he told Torto,
All right, I'll gladly help you all. We'll drive these greedy corporations off the planet. So let's get down to business. On the road.
Max exclaimed and embarked on the adventure. But the corporations were not simple. They were very evil and cunning. To protect their terrible machine from pursuit, they planted thick bushes of mysterious poisonous plants that could injure or poison anyone. They also had a secret map indicating where the machine should go and which trees to cut. Additionally, somewhere on the planet, a special electronic key was hidden that could disable the terrible machine. The journey promised to be intense. The first obstacle was traveling through fields of dense bushes filled with dangers. Max dodged poisonous plants, avoided traps, and finally reached an ancient temple in the mountains. The temple was very ancient. And inside, a surprise awaited Max's modern camera, where the corporations had hidden a map with the machine's coordinates.
Hooray! The first mystery is solved.
Max joyfully exclaimed, holding the map. But there was still more to come. Next, Max's path lay through a scorching desert filled with sandstorms and mysterious signs. There, he found tracks of the mysterious, terrible machine, and with the help of the map, he established its coordinates.
Phew! Half the job is done. The machine has been found.
Max said, wiping his sweaty forehead with a paw. Later, Max reached a large, dark lake.
Now, I'll have to swim,
said our cosmic hero. But he was a brave and determined cat. Max ran and swiftly dived into the water, leaving only ripples on the surface. At the bottom of the lake, Max discovered a mysterious underwater labyrinth guarded by the wise water spirits of the planet.
Who are you? And why are you here?
They asked sternly.
I'm Cat Max, the space hero, and I'm looking for an unusual thing. An electronic key to stop the terrible machine destroying trees on the planet. If you have it, please give it to me.
Max replied. He felt slightly scared, but only a bit, as we know how brave Max was. The water spirits thought for a long time. Finally, they said,
If you pass all our trials, the key is yours.
Though the puzzles and tasks requiring ingenuity and honesty were challenging, Max successfully completed them. All he was a heroic cat, after all. The water spirits solemnly handed Max the key to the mysterious machine. It was a victory!
The last mystery is solved. Now onward to the terrible machine.
Max purred happily. Finally, at the center of the planet, Max found the enormous machine destroying nature's balance. It was cutting down ancient trees left and right, leaving emptiness behind. Max was exhausted from the journey, but he couldn't stop the planet and its inhabitants awaited rescue. Forward, Max, he encouraged himself, and got to work. Using the electronic key, he solved difficult puzzles and deciphered access codes. It was the most challenging test, but thanks to persistence, intelligence, and wit, Max managed to change the machine's program. Soon, the altered program took effect. The machine stopped, and its internal circuits began to burn out.
Did I really succeed?
Max joyfully meowed. He was thrilled that the adventure ended happily. Finally, after turning off the terrible machine, the planet Ecozemia began to revive. Plants started blooming again, the water in lakes and seas cleared up, and the sky became blue and clear. The sun shone brightly in the sky. Insects began to appear in the air again. Birds returned and started singing their beautiful songs. And finally, above the flowers, wonderful multicolored butterflies began fluttering, those butterflies we know Max adored so much. The local inhabitants, Torto the turtle and other creatures, celebrated the return of life. Without wasting time, through galactic mail, Max sent an official message to the two greedy corporations, Cosmico and Planetico. In his message, he expressed hope that they understood the damage they were causing to nature by cutting down forests. He emphasized that money is not the most important thing in the world. Friendship, understanding, and the preservation of nature and the universe are what truly matter. Max was the hero of the day. He simply glowed with joy that he had managed to help the planet's inhabitants. Old Torto shook his paw and expressed deep gratitude for his help. And how could there not be a celebration? Yes, the celebration was grandiose. Everyone sang, danced, and enjoyed delicious treats. Festive fireworks bloomed in the sky. Even the formidable water spirits of the planet gave Max a large tuna as a farewell gift. Yum, yum! The celebration on planet Ecozemia lasted a long time. But everything eventually comes to an end, and Max realized it was time to go home. Saying goodbye to his friends, Max boarded the spaceship. The engines started working, and the ship swiftly lifted off from the planet toward the stars. On the way home, Max gazed at the stars through the porthole and thought that true heroes appear precisely when they are most needed. When Max was already falling asleep at his soft little bed at home on planet Earth, he sweetly purred,
That was an adventure. I want another one. That's all, folks. The story is over. See you in the next one.
There's a kid, brave and bright, leaps so fast, a fearless knight. When there's trouble, don't you fear, Max the hero will be near. Max the hero cat, swift and strong, just picture that. If you're lost or need a hand, Max will help, he'll take a stand. Darkness doesn't scare him, no. Through the night, he's on the go, running fast, so bold and free. He's the leader, wait and see. Darkness doesn't scare him, no. Through the night, he's on the go, running fast, so bold and free. He's the leader, wait and see.